It's just a fun week of thrillers and chillers and shopping. This might be my favorite book that I've read for the entire year. I mean, like, I could take a person out with this book. This is a weapon. All Halloween, all the time, all the spooky. I have not done this in years, but I've decided to DNF a book. Scary things, okay? This was not a good idea. Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to my Summerween vlog. Are you ready to get scared? My name is Lexi and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing with you my Summerween vlog. Technically Summerween is over. This is me from the future. Hi. So Summerween is a week-long readathon and it is hosted by my very good friend Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte and also Gabby from Gabby Reads. And basically Summerween is a readathon for people like me. People who are obsessed with Halloween. The point of the readathon is to read as many thrillers and horror and scary books as possible, and there are also 5 prompts as well that Olivia and Gabby have come up with, which I will share with you now. So the very first prompt is to either bake or make a drink that is like spooky and cozy to go along with your reading. The next one is to read a book completely in the dark. And for that one, I chose What Big Teeth by Rose DeBow. This actually fit a couple of the other prompts as well. This is a YA horror about a girl named Eleanor, and Eleanor is a monster and she comes from a family of monsters, and this is kind of like a creepy gothic tale. The next prompt is to read a book with paranormal elements, and I kind of like doubled up with that one because paranormal. The third prompt is a horror book, and you guessed it, I chose this one. The next prompt is to read a book with Halloween colors on the cover, and for that one I chose The Girls I've Been, and this is by Tess Sharp. This is about a girl named Nora who is caught in a bank heist with her ex-boyfriend and her current girlfriend, and she has to revert back to all of the girls that she has once been before when she was a con artist with her mother. And then the next books were just thrillers that I wanted to read and I read throughout the week. So we've got The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, all about a psychotherapist named Theo. Theo goes to a new hospital to try to get this very famous artist to talk. She has completely remained silent ever since murdering her husband. And then we've got The Guest List by Lucy Foley, all about a group of friends who go to an island for a wedding and then somebody dies and we're trying to figure out which friend did it. And then finally we have The Wives by Taryn Fisher. This is about a woman who is in a polygamous relationship and she believes that her husband might be abusing another wife. So those are all of the books, and without further ado, let's go ahead and start Summerween. Hi guys, my name is Lexi and welcome back. It's so nice to see you. Today is going to be the start of Summerween. It is Friday, July 2nd. I will be trying to also do all of the prompts. One is to read in the dark, one is to bake, but one of the prompts is to read a book with Halloween colors on the cover, and I actually kind of want to pair 2 books with this prompt. The first one, however, is this one, and it is The Girls I've Been, and this is by Tess Sharp. Okay, this is an orange. I think originally they were thinking like orange and black. However, black and red is arguably super Halloween-y. I mean, you're thinking blood, you're thinking death. It just got really bleak. But anyways, like, you're thinking scary stuff when you see black and red together. So I'm counting this. I hope it's okay. This is about a girl who grew up as a con artist. Her mom is a con artist and she has had to like have several different identities. And then one day she is in the bank with her ex-boyfriend and her new girlfriend when there is like a bank robbery and a heist. And so she has to revert back to all of her training as a girl and remember all of the girls that she has been to try to save herself and her friends and everyone else in this bank robbery thing, and it just sounds so good. The priority today is to read The Girls I've Been. However, in honor of Miss Olivia Reads a Latte, in honor of Miss Latte, we're gonna go get ourselves a latte. That's right, we're going to Starbucks. Liv, I hope you're proud. Also, I'm gonna chat with her in a second on Voxer because I need to catch up on some of our messages. That is my morning. I'm gonna go get a coffee and then we're gonna read a little bit of that thriller and I'm excited. Happy Summerween, my friends, to you and yours. So let's go ahead and start things off with a Starbucks. Hello! I have been reading for the past 2.5-ish hours. My coffee is almost gone. Sad. But I am already on chapter 20. I'm on page 74 and I am flying through this book. I really thought I would be flying through this book because, quite frankly, the premise is just so good and I knew it was going to be fast-paced, and it is so incredibly fast-paced. So we're following our main character Nora and her girlfriend and her ex-boyfriend are all in the bank. It is so intense. It is so scary, but it kind of feels like I'm watching a movie. So it makes sense that they're making this into a movie because I feel like this would translate so well as a TV or film script because it's just very cinematic. Like everything that's happening, it's so easy to picture and it's so good. I am absolutely loving Nora's relationship with her girlfriend. It's really cute, like getting to know kind of, I don't know, like their past history and everything. But also I love the idea that this is all happening with her new girlfriend and her ex-boyfriend because the tension is like you could cut it with a knife. And it's just really, really good. It's really, really interesting. I think that is it for my update now though. I'm just gonna keep reading a little bit and then I will check in with you a little bit later. Okay, bye. Hello everyone. So if we want to get super technical, Summerween actually started on Friday and today is Monday. So let me catch you up. I did happen to read a book over the weekend, and that book is The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp. This might be my favorite book that I've read for the entire year. This is such an incredible book. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. It is so good. It is fast-paced. I could not put this down. There were parts of this that were really romantic and very sweet, but also I was not expecting this book to get super dark. I thought that this was gonna be more like a lighthearted rom-com thriller, and that's not it. This book was so dark. This was like watching a very fast-paced action thriller movie, and I loved it so much. I think that this is like the perfect book for summer. Like, I highly recommend it to absolutely everyone. But anyways, so I guess technically one book down for Summerween. Let me go ahead and tell you what I'm reading next, and that is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, or Michaelides, or Michaelides. By my good friend Alex. We're not friends. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. Okay, but anyways, I'm very excited to read this. I don't know anything about it aside from the fact that it is about a girl named Alicia, I think, who shot her husband in the face like 7 times and then refused to speak a word afterwards. And we are following the perspective of her, I want to say of her therapist, who is trying to figure out why she is not speaking and what actually happened that night. And I think it's gonna be a really good time. Also, I got my nails done today. Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry, that's it. But anyways, it is a brand new day. We've got The Silent Patient, and I think what I'm gonna do is go to Starbucks, treat myself to a fun summery drink, come back and read a bunch of The Silent Patient, and then I will catch you up on my thoughts on this book. But first, Starbucks. Oh my God, it's hotter than Hades!
A couple hours from Japan, would you stay awake? I'm losing touch of who I am when you're far away. And I feel like I'm running in circles around you. And I know I've been acting strange for a while, but I want you close, ooh, closer than before, and no one knows, ooh, that I want you close. I'm not overthinking feelings, I just need you to know that I want you close, ooh, closer than before. but I want you close. Ooh, ooh, closer than before, and no one knows. Ooh, ooh.
Hello, I'm here to update you on my progress in The Silent Patient. So I'm on chapter 15. I'm on page 131, which means I've read 131 pages today. And this book is so good. Tonally, I feel like this is very different than The Maidens by Alex Michaelides, the same author, but I am really, really enjoying it. It's really good. It's very sad though, for sure, but what I really like is that definitely feels like there's more to the story. Obviously, I mean, it's a thriller. I'm really, really enjoying our main character's perspective, Theo. I think he seems like a really, really cool guy, and I feel bad for him because he's going through so much stuff, but I'm just really enjoying this. Another thing that I think is really fascinating is in The Maidens, there was a lot of comparisons to Greek mythology, and I thought that that was just specific to The Maidens. However, that might be like Alex Michaelides' thing, because there are so many different references to Greek mythology and Greek myths in here as well. So as somebody who loves Greek mythology, like, I just think it's really interesting. Like, it's a cool, I don't know, thing to include in his books. I also really, really enjoy his writing. I feel like it's not necessarily lyrical. It's pretty cut and dry. However, I think what's pushing the story along, aside from the fact that it's a thriller and we're trying to figure out what's really happening, is a lot of the observations that the characters are making are so profound and have like lots of deep levels about like how what we've experienced as children really affects our relationships and how we see things as adults. And I like the commentary a lot. I think it's really, really fascinating. So I think that is it for my update. So I will catch up with you in the morning. Bye. Good morning, BookTube besties. It is Tuesday, and I thought it would be kind of fun if we started off the day with going book shopping. I think his name is Stephen Fry, or maybe it's Stephen Fry, has just come out with a new book in his like Mythos series. A lot of people have been recommending that I pick up Mythos, so I kind of want to go and see if I can find like Mythos and possibly a couple of other Greek retelling type books. I also did, by the way, manage to finish the entire book last night, The Silent Patient, and I will definitely be telling you all about my thoughts and opinions on that book. It's just a fun week of thrillers and chillers and shopping. But I think that's it. So let's get out of here and let's go book shopping.
I wanted to escape for a while. Thought that a couple of drinks could ease my mind. I've been thinking of you for 2 weeks straight. I know that I need to get myself back in the game. Someone said your name had a turn around. Suddenly you're there standing in the crowd. Everything comes back in the blink of an eye. It's like you're mine, you're still mine. They skip the small talk, cause you know me better than I know myself. Oh, mine's been a while now since I saw you, but it feels like yesterday somehow. Time has stopped, nothing's changed, we're the same. And we skip the small talk, cause you know me, yeah, you know me like nobody else.
Hello. Okay, so it is later on. I've just got home from the bookstore and I had such a good time, and I did end up buying some books. Let me do a quick little mini book haul. They were out of Mythos, which makes me so sad, by Stephen Fry, so I'm gonna have to order it. But they did have his newest book, Troy. These are like tales basically that stem from, I think, Troy, like from the Trojan War. So I think that'll be really interesting. And also the book itself is so beautiful. It's got lots of really nice like timelines and really pretty pictures in here. And then I got Heroes, which I think is like the second book in his Mythos series. And this is like heroes of the Greek, like gods and everything. And I think it's gonna be really, really fun. Then continuing on with the Greek mythology thing, I got this one, which is Daughters of Sparta. And this is by Claire Haywood. And all I know about this is that this is like the reimagining of the two princesses of Sparta. So we've got like Helen from Helen of Troy and then her sister. I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be really fascinating to kind of read their perspectives on this one. I just love Greek mythology. Then I picked up Hamnet. All I know about this is that it's about like the reimaginings of William Shakespeare and his wife and his son, I think whose name was Hamnet. And I have kind of a little bit of an idea. I kind of want to do a vlog where I'm reading books about books, or like books and then the books they inspired, because I kind of want to reread Hamlet and then read this one, and then I want to reread Virginia Woolf's Mrs. Dalloway and then pair that with The Hours, because so many people have been telling me to read that since it's like about Mrs. Dalloway. And then I kind of want to read 1984 by George Orwell and then read this Behemoth. This is such a big book. I mean, like I could take a person out with this book. This is a weapon. Okay, so that is it for my very tiny little book haul. Let me go ahead and fill you in a little bit on The Silent Patient. So I read this book. While it was intriguing, it was not as interesting to me as The Maidens for some reason. However, the plot twist at the end, he got me. He absolutely got me. I mean, I thought that the plot twist was really good. I thought it was really, really good. I did not see it coming at all. The read, like my overall enjoyment was probably at like a 4-star the whole time. Like it was good, but it wasn't gonna be like an all-time favorite thriller. But the ending was good enough, I think, to give it like a 5-star. So today I will be starting The Guest List by Lucy Foley. This, I'm sure I've said already, but this is about like a group of people who are all friends and they go to this remote island off the coast of Scotland, I believe, in the summertime for a wedding, and then people start to die. And so we got to figure out like which friend is doing it and why are they killing off their friends. Not a good friend, you know? So I'm really, really hoping to read maybe half of this tonight, which is a little ambitious, but I mean, what else am I doing? That is the plan. Stan. I'll update you as soon as I'm done with that. Okay, bye. Hello and happy Summerween. I don't know what day it is, but it is Wednesday. A little bit of an update. Shockingly, I have not done this in years, but I've decided to DNF a book. I honestly have not done that in such a long time, but I have decided like I just cannot read this anymore, and that is The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I'm really surprised that I'm saying this. I got to about page 80 last night and I just decided that this book is not for me. But I want to tell you why. It has absolutely nothing to do with the writing. I feel like Lucy Foley is a good writer. I read The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley and I really, really thoroughly enjoyed that book. And the writing in this is good. Here's my problem. It has nothing to do with the plot or the writing or even really the pacing, even though it's been a little bit more slow. My problem is that she has created a cast of unlikable characters, and that's for a reason, okay? That is so that you can suspect people. That's so that there are unlikable people that you're wondering, like, have they done anything? So it has nothing to do with the quality of her work. It's just that I cannot stand these people. And I, like, am not having a good time because I would never hang out with these people in real life because they are jerks. She has created this group of guys who, when they get together, basically they are bullies, and they are bullying like some of the women in this group. They're making them feel uncomfortable. They're saying really crude things. Like this one girl, basically she said she felt like she was a joke, and she already felt like really self-conscious about herself and about her relationship because her husband is a total Her husband is literally flirting right in front of his wife with the woman who's about to be married. I can't stand any of these people. Like, I hate every single person. It's like the guys all feel like they can be jerks and have like this really, really, really weird, almost like hierarchy mentality. Oh, Kaylin's boxering me. Where they can like bully everyone and make everyone else kind of feel like and I don't really understand it. I don't like that dynamic in real life. And I was reading this and it just was so gross that I'm not enjoying myself. So I can't read this anymore. I'm DNFing it. I'm really sad about it. But I want to make it really clear that it has nothing to do with the plot, the story, or Lucy Foley's writing. In real life, like people who are rude to other people and put them down and make them feel like crap just to make themselves feel better, worst kind of people. I do not party with those people. I can't stand these guys. So I can't read the guest list anymore. So instead, I decided to kind of do like a try a chapter, and I had 4 different books that I was doing that with, and I ended up picking 2. So let me show you the 2 books that I've decided to read instead. For the remainder of Summerween, I will be focusing on What Big Teeth and also The Wives. This right here is a YA horror about a girl named Eleanor, and Eleanor comes from a family of monsters. And then this particular book, The Wives, I don't know if it fulfills any of the prompts, but it is a thriller, and I'm trying to read as many thrillers as I can in this week, and I was really hooked last night. I got to like page 44. We're following this girl who is married to this guy who is a polygamist, and she can't know any of the other wives. There's 2 other wives, and then one day she kind of like discovers a little bit of information about one of the wives. Her curiosity gets the best of her, and she meets this girl, and this girl has like all of these mysterious bruises. Her name is Hannah. She's wondering, is my husband abusive? Like, is he abusing other women? So far, it is so good, you guys. It is so good. But today is gonna be a really fun and cozy day. It has been raining all morning, and it is going to continue raining actually all day long and all night long. I thought it would be fun to do the baking prompt. So there was a prompt that says like, bake yourself something. I think it's like a spooky treat or something like that, and I think I'm gonna bake like my very favorite thing to eat in the fall time, because Summerween is really making me want fall. And one of my favorite things to eat as soon as September hits is coffee cake. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and make a nice coffee cake. I'm gonna take you with me, and then we are going to continue in on The Wives. Okay, so let's go ahead and make some coffee cake.
I get the vibe that you're distant. There's something about you that's different. I see it in your eyes. Something isn't right. Tell me again what I'm missing. 'Cause you're fading out. We've been here before. Tell me again, just tell me again, and I'll make it right. Don't go through that door. Tell me again, just tell me again, and I'll make it right. It is a lie when you tell me that nothing is wrong, just leave it be. But I see it in your eyes. Something isn't right. Tell me again what I'm missing. 'Cause you're fading out. We've been here before. Tell me again, just tell me again, and I'll make it right. Don't go through that door. Tell me again, just tell me again, and I'll make it right. I will make it right.
So a little bit of an update. First of all, it is very late. It is 10:30, which to some of you might not be late, but to me, who goes to sleep at this time, it's really late. I'm very tired. However, I am also very determined to push through and read for like maybe another hour. I wanted to give you a little bit of an update though. I am on page 115 for The Wives. I have kind of been taking my time with this book because, okay, number 1, I did talk to Kaylin for quite a while today, but also number 2, I was on TikTok for a really long time today. I don't know like if I can get everything done in the next 3 nights, because like I have tonight, I have tomorrow night, and then I have like the next night. Technically, I think it ends like Friday morning, but we're gonna just do all day Friday too, and then I'll give you like a wrap up. I'm really enjoying the wives. So the main plot of this, again, remember, was we have like the main wife whose name I don't even know. It's so funny. I know the other two wives' names, but like I never remember this girl's name. Have we even been told her name? So there are two other wives, and I thought that this was really gonna focus on like, is this one wife's husband being like an abusive person? Like, is he being an abusive husband to one of the wives? I'm surprised because while that is one of the plot lines, really we are focusing on this one girl's obsession with finding out more about both of these wives. And like, she is kind of just like an unlikable character. Like, I understand it's juicy. Let me tell you, this book is messy and I'm here for it, okay? This is not like an unlikable character as in like I have no desire to read her. This is my type of girl because she is messy. She is creating fake profiles to like get to know these people, and the whole time I'm just like, girl, this is so dysfunctional. Like, just leave his ass. Like, just dump him and like go about your day. Don't like catfish any of the other people. So that's like unlikable, right? But it's interesting and it's juicy. I feel like I'm watching a TLC episode gone like awry or something. I don't know. So like, I'm having a really good time reading this. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is juicy. I just like, obviously this is fiction, but I just wish that this girl, instead of like trying to figure out like who he loves more or what's really going on, I would just like break up with him. That is that. To be honest, I would probably just keep reading this all night long, but I really do want to use this book for that one challenge of reading at night. Anyways, I don't think I'm going to be vlogging tomorrow because tomorrow is like gonna be like an all day work thing. I have to edit so many videos tomorrow. I have to do so many emails tomorrow. I'm also going to be cleaning a little bit tomorrow. I love cleaning, like low key. It is such a stress reliever and it is so fun. So I'm probably not going to vlog tomorrow, but I will try to read a little bit more of The Wives and also of What Big Teeth. So I will see you in 2 days time for the final day to see how much we can get done for the end of Summerween. I'll see you in a couple of days. Bye. Hello. It is the next day, and yes, I do have another Starbucks Frappuccino. I am here to do a couple of things. First of all, I finished The Wives, and I want to give you thoughts, because I have thoughts. And second of all, I have almost finished What Big Teeth. I've been reading this at night, so I didn't film anything yesterday, but I did read a ton of this at night for the past couple of nights. And I think I only have about 50-ish pages left or so, which I will be reading tonight in the dark. However, before we do that, I was actually very kindly sent some of the official book sleeves for this readathon. So Olivia and Gabby both have a friend, and their friend actually has an independently owned like little Etsy shop where they sell like handmade book sleeves, which I think is so precious. And if you know me, you know that I love book sleeves. And I was so excited when Liv asked me if I wanted to be sent some. So I have them here now, and I just wanted to unwrap them and show you what they look like. I, of course, will link down below the Etsy shop as well as the book sleeves. So if you like these and you want to get your spooky Summerween on, you can do that. Okay. Oh my God, I love them. Oh my God. The first one here. Oh my God. This is like a perfect gray, almost like has a lilac undertone though. We've got like the blush pinks, and then this really cheerful little mustard color. That is so pretty. God, they're like little skeletons. I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a book test. This is the biggest book that I own. Like, this is like the super big, like standard adult hardback size. Oh, it fits perfectly. I love this. And if you are unaware of like what a book sleeve is, basically like if you are an avid reader like me, then it protects your book when you're traveling. I love the inside too. Oh my gosh, it's pink. Oh, when I opened it like that, it looked like a mouth. And then it also comes with this really cute little pocket, which I don't see a lot of. So like if you wanted to keep like little tabs or a pen or like a little notebook or something, you could put that in there. This is so cute. 10 out of 10. That is adorable. Oh my gosh, it's bats. It's freaking bats. It's bats, but it's like on this beautiful, super sophisticated pink color. It's a gorgeous blush. Oh my gosh. When you open it up, the mouth of this one is black. Y'all, this is me. This is me. If I was a book sleeve, I'm like bubblegum pink on the outside, but like inside, all Halloween, all the time, all the spooky. That's what's in here. Wow, I love this. And then the final one, I have to say, aesthetically, possibly might be my favorite because the colors are like hot, okay? This is a very smexy, sexy book sleeve. Can book sleeves be sexy? Now they can be. Okay, and that is this. Look at this. Look at this beautiful, beautiful color palette. Like I wanna make my entire aesthetic this color palette. It's soft, it's dreamy. It reminds me of like a creamsicle, but also we've got like that pop of black that tells you don't mess with me because I'm still a Halloween book sleeve / Summerween book sleeve. Okay, and then what's the inside? Oh, it's orange. Yep, it's orange. Oh my gosh, wait a second. Oh, look at you guys. It comes with these little corners too. Okay, so if you don't know what a corner is, it's essentially like a bookmark. I'll show you how it works. Okay, so like let's say that I'm reading Malibu Rising and I'm on this random chapter. What I would do is I would take this book sleeve and you see how there's like a little bit of a pocket here? You put that in on the page, just like that. Before I continue though, I really want to tell you the name of this. It's Happygolovelysleeves. This is the bookmark. This is so cute, like the aesthetics. Oh my gosh. Please, please go check it out. Like it's so important to support small businesses, you guys. And these are so incredibly sweet. And also Rachel seems so lovely. So yes, I will leave all the information again down below. And now let me take a big sip of this caffeine and let's talk about the books. Buckle up because I have thoughts. Okay, so let's first start with the book that I finished, which is The Wives. First of all, I feel like the writing was so strong. If you are looking for a fast-paced thriller, look no further, my friends, than The Wives. Pacing-wise, this gets like a 5-star. Having said that, the plot twist is not going to be for everyone. You're gonna be on one of two camps. You're either gonna think it's brilliant or you're gonna be angry. Guess which camp I'm on, guys? I'm not happy. I did not like the ending. In fact, last night, I was so upset that I was like, I'm giving this a 2-star. But I don't think that's fair because the writing objectively was very good. And the concept objectively was very good. And the twist even was pretty good. So I have to spoil it. I'm also going to put the word spoilers so that if you want to just mute me while I talk, I will be as fast as possible for anyone who doesn't want spoilers. But I have to spoil the book so I can explain why I was like a little upset. Here we go. Being as brief as I can with The Wives. The narrator, whose name is Thursday, she is an unreliable narrator. A lot of the things that we are learning are filtered through her memory and through her perception of things. And she is not actually accurately telling us what's really happening. I'm just gonna tell you the plot. Okay, so like she's in a polygamous relationship, right? She's not. She's the other woman. She's a mistress who broke up a marriage, okay? And the first wife is really salty with her. She's like really upset because, I mean, this woman literally broke up their marriage. This girl, Thursday, got pregnant and she tragically lost her baby. When that happened, the guy who she was with, whose name like I have blocked out because like I don't care about him, he leaves her and he goes for a younger woman named Hannah and they get married. Thursday has never actually married this guy. She was just the mistress to the first marriage. And then she tells him like, I'm okay with being a mistress again. Like you can stay married, but just like stay with me. And so he is a gross person who's like, okay, I mean, didn't work for my first marriage, but maybe the second. She has convinced herself of this reality. It's a game that they play while they are cheating on these other people. Like it's a game that they play like, oh, I'm your other wife and like you're in a polygamous relationship. However, she has convinced herself that it's true. And so she is like basically trying to figure out like what's happening with his other wives and why doesn't he want me to know when really like this isn't happening and she's completely made that up. So here's the thing. I'm actually okay with that twist. She's interesting, it's messy, like whatever. I had fun. What I don't enjoy is that there were certain things in this book that like happened that didn't really happen. So in this, she has an episode and she's taken to the hospital. The narrator recounts how her husband, his name is Seth, her husband Seth takes her home and feeds her and takes care of her. At the end, after we read this as the audience and we're really confused because we're like, well, maybe he does love her, it never happened. The person who did that was her father. And it wouldn't make any sense that she would think that her father was her husband. I mean, that's ew. Just like all this stuff that you read about didn't happen. Apparently, like he tried to end things with her. That's not what we read. That's not what we read. That's none of the stuff that actually happened is like are the scenes that we read. I think that if you're going to do a plot twist like that, you really have to lay down evidence so that like it's fair to your readers. Tarryn Fisher is a good author and I enjoyed the thing. I just didn't like the way she set up the ending. Because I read this and I was upset because I didn't really read the real story. I read this woman's mental interpretation of the story, which was completely fictional. It just feels like, what was the point of reading it then if I was reading things that didn't even happen in this fictional world? And it's all fiction to begin with. I don't know. So I don't know what to give this book as like a rating. I really, really don't. Because the thing is, it was so fast paced and so well done, like well written. And I think that the concept is really, really smart. But because of like the spoilery reasons that I've already mentioned, I'm just so upset at the ending. I really am. Just in the way that it was done. So 4 stars in the beginning, a 2-star ending, 3-star overall. I don't know. I'm between a 2 and a 3-star. And now we have What Big Teeth by Rose Zabot. I'm on 292, which means I have about 60 pages left. Okay, I have like 86-ish pages left. My thoughts are like a little all over the place with this book as well. What it is nailing is the atmosphere. Not only does this read as like suspenseful horror, and not only do we have that really fun paranormal element of a family of monsters, which I'm sorry, but like you can't get any cooler than that concept to me. But it also reads very gothic. We have like that very creepy gothic element. We have like the old crumbling house. We have all of these family secrets. There is so much about this book that I love. However, I'm not exactly connecting as much to some of the writing. Eleanor is coming back from her Catholic school to her family and she cannot relate to her family at all. I loved her family. Like I loved learning about how wild and like untamed her sister was and her cousin and her grandpa. I loved her mom. Her mom is kind of almost like a sea monster and she has to constantly be in a bathtub, which I thought was really cool. But Eleanor herself, like, first of all, as a protagonist, I think has like really big pick-me energy because she's constantly like putting down her sister and she's like, my sister's really pretty, but she's not clever. And like, she says all of these like really petty things. And I think it's because she can't relate anymore because she has been away from her family for so long that she just can't relate to them and to their ways. But it comes across as she is really like snobby and I don't love the way she like views a lot of her family members. It's not like a fun character to read about, like when someone is constantly putting down other girls, especially like their sister. Another thing that I really don't like is I know that there's going to be like some paranormal twist. I don't know what the twist is, but Eleanor is still in school. So she is a teenager. I don't know how old she is. I'm guessing like 17. And when she comes home, there is a man whose name is Arthur, and she remembers him looking the exact same when she was young, like before she was sent off to school when she's a little girl. And she like immediately has a thing for him. Like I'm assuming he's gonna be like a vampire or he's gonna like there's gonna be some twist, right? Where he is like immortal. But the thing is, I just think I don't like it when teenage protagonists or teenage characters are paired with like older people. It just kind of creeps me out. The thing with Twilight is it kind of made sense because Edward at least looked like a teenager and was in high school, but this person blatantly like was old to her when she was a little girl. I bet you there will be a paranormal aspect to that somehow will like make sense within the gothic genre. But like just my first impressions is like I just really don't like it when in books like teenagers are paired with like much older men or women. And then finally, the other thing about the writing is sometimes the writing is a 5-star and then other times like it's confusing. I was looking this up on Goodreads and it's not just me. A lot of people are giving this book like a 4-star or a 3-star. And the reason is they're saying like the atmosphere and the characters are worthy of a 5-star, but they were confused. Like multiple people say, I was so confused throughout the book, I didn't understand what was happening, but I really enjoyed it. And that's exactly how I feel. And there's also like a couple of elements in here that I don't think like make a lot of sense to the story. So certain aspects of this I don't feel like make a lot of sense. However, there are certain aspects of this that are phenomenal. So those are my super detailed thoughts on the book so far. It's creepy, it's messy, it's haunted, it's gothic, but not perfect. I still have about 86 pages to read, and I'm going to do those entire 86 pages in the dark later tonight. So I will see you in the dark. Boom! Hello. So we have reached the portion of the vlog where I try to read everything completely in the dark. All I have for light is this one little flashlight, and it's not even super bright, just to be honest. Let's continue to read about monsters and their very messy family in this haunted, creepy house with the lights turned off. Who thought of this? Who thought of this prompt? I just want to talk. Here we go. We're gonna turn off the light. In 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay. Let's turn on the flashlight. I swear to God, I like expected someone to be behind me and I'm like not having a good time. It's just like super dark in here now and I'm like really creeped out. This lighting, amazing. Like Vogue could never. The worst thing about like having a flashlight in a dark room is that like all of the creepy shadows start to look like scary things, okay? This was not a good idea. Freaking Olivia reads a latte. Was this your idea? Okay, here we go. Update. First of all, I hate this. Like I am thoroughly freaked out. So I'm about to go turn on the light. But I finished the book. I did it. I finished the challenge. I finished the last like 50 pages completely in the dark with my flashlight. Am I terrified? Yes. I did it though, but I'm freaked out and I think I'm gonna go watch something that is not scary right now. I'll update you my thoughts on the book tomorrow. Right now, I don't want to do that. Right now, I just want to listen to something cheerful and have all the lights on. Okay, bye. Hello. Okay, let me go ahead and close out all of my final thoughts on all of the books that I read. So the very first book that I finished was The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp. And this was also the only 5-star read that I read this week. I loved this book so much. I cannot recommend this book enough. If you love fast-paced thrillers, if you are interested in a book that almost reads like a movie, if you like things that are dark, like this gets really dark, especially for YA, I highly recommend this. I thought the whole thing was really good. I think this actually might be one of my favorite books I've read this year, if not my absolute favorite. Yeah. Could not recommend it enough. Next is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, and I thoroughly enjoyed this book as well. I stand by my rating of a 4-star. I think that if you love thrillers, you should definitely pick this up because I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the twist that Alex Michaelides put on this book. I think Alex Michaelides is becoming one of my very favorite thriller writers, and I'm very excited to see what else he comes up with. Again, highly recommend this book. Next, we have the only DNF I have had for quite a while, and I still feel really bad about it. But The Guest List by Lucy Foley just like was not for me. I hated the characters with every fiber of my being. However, if a spooky murder mystery thing off of the coast of Ireland sounds really fun to you, I think you should pick this up. Next up is The Wives. I don't know how I feel about this book. I keep going back and forth because the truth is, I thoroughly enjoyed my reading experience. Like, it was so fast-paced, it was so gripping, and I like could not put this down. I read really late into the night to finish this, so I can't like give this a bad rating. I just hate the ending so much. I feel like this could have been executed a little bit better. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like objectively it's a 4-star read, but like I don't really like the ending. I would give the ending a 2-star read. So I'm going to go in the middle and say that this is a 3-star, but I don't know because I really hated the ending. But honestly, it was just so fast paced. So my rating is gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna say 3 stars right now, but yes. However, if you really, really like shocking twists and very, very fast-paced thrillers, give this a go because I know a lot of people who love this book. And I don't think it's a bad book at all. I don't know, I'm undecided on the ending, obviously. And then finally, we have my most complicated book feelings, like my feelings for it are complicated. I don't know how to feel about this book either. And that is What Big Teeth by Rose Zabot. The first 50 pages of this book, I thoroughly enjoyed. But then, like the middle part of it, I actually wanted to DNF like several times. The writing was just really, really confusing for me, and it was kind of hard to follow, and I'm glad that I looked up a lot of the other Goodreads reviewers because a lot of people felt the same way. However, this had so many cool gothic vibes. I didn't really like Eleanor very much, who was the main protagonist, and that was a little bit of a shame. So I don't know exactly what to rate this. I'm gonna give this a 3-star. And you guys, that is it. Those are all of the books that I read. I had so much fun participating in Summerween. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any thriller recommendations, will you please do me a big favor and like let me know down below? And also, if you want to comment something but you don't know what to comment, why don't you comment me the ghost emoji? That would be really, really fun. Okay, so I think that's it for now, you guys. Until next time, book lovers, keep your head in the clouds and your heart in a book. And I will talk to you very soon. Bye.
Always think of you when spring comes, like it's something in the